one of the things that I came across recently that was fascinating about that is, of course, Jesus, you could look at Jesus through the lens of, oh, here's well, he's certainly kind of a mystical character, and he's more or less from the East, at least from our point of view. So, Jesus as an Eastern mystic isn't something that's going to sit real well with most evangelicals, but it's not outside the realm of, consideration. And in John 21:6, when the disciples are fishing and they've been fishing all night, they couldn't catch any fish, and Jesus tells them to cast their nets on the other side. Some translations have it that, cast your nets on the right side. And there's some thinking that perhaps, of course, when they did that, the net was overflowing with fish. And there's some thinking that that comment is related to the right and left sides hemispherically of the brain. And in Eastern culture, they are much more right brain oriented, of course. So left brain thinking is more the way that left hemispheric is more an American or Western way of thinking. It's language, it's logic, analytical thinking. The right hemisphere is creativity, intuition, processing visual information, spatial awareness, and all of that. And the Eastern thought process is much more, keeps those two hemispheres of the brain much more engaged. I think here in America, we are extraordinarily left brain dominant. And it is interesting to consider whether Jesus intended to communicate that you need to activate the right hemisphere of your brain and have both of those active in order to have your net full of fish. And I think that it certainly bears out in reality that that's the case. And I think we would do well to not be afraid of the patterns of the universe that are revealed in Eastern thought, and to get curious about what we're missing when we read the Bible strictly through a Western American left hemispheric viewpoint.